EarthBound. The lie of innocence, and a rare video game that was marketed to children, yet speaks just as loudly, if not louder, to adults. At first glance, it presents itself as a quirky, light-hearted JRPG about a group of kids banding together to save the world. It feels like the kind of adventure we imagined in our childhood treehouses. Playful, colorful, and full of optimism. The soundtrack is whimsical, the visuals are charming, and the humor is disarmingly strange. But there are razor blades in those apples. On the surface, EarthBound is an audio-visual delight. Beneath it, however, is a story about growing up, losing innocence, and learning that safety is temporary. As children, we are defined by protection, especially by our mothers. In EarthBound, Ness can always call home. His mom heals him, cooks his favorite meals, and sends him to bed. No matter how strange or frightening the world becomes, home is a guaranteed refuge. That sense of security mirrors childhood itself, the knowledge that after the danger passes, someone will be there to make everything feel normal again. But that safety doesn't last. By the end of EarthBound, the dynamic completely flips. Ness is no longer returning home to be saved, he is leaving home to save the world. This transition reflects adulthood itself. We eventually leave the nest, carrying the lessons we were taught, and face the ugliness of the world without the option of running back to safety. The game never says this outright, but it doesn't have to. The corruption of adulthood is everywhere in EarthBound. Ness encounters adults who behave irrationally and violently, often without explanations a child could reasonably understand. Mr. Minch, the hostile neighbor, despises Ness's family simply because he owes Ness's father money, a petty adult grudge projected onto a child. Pokey's home life is visibly broken, and his neglect drives him toward cruelty and ultimately into the arms of pure evil. These aren't cartoon villains, they're reflections of real dysfunction. By the final act, the game abandons its cheerful tone almost entirely. EarthBound becomes outright psychological horror. We learn that Giygas, the incomprehensible embodiment of evil, is attacking Earth from the past, forcing Ness and his friends to travel backward through time. There's a terrifying catch. Organic bodies can't survive the journey. Dr. Andonuts transfers the children's consciousnesses into cold, mechanical robot bodies. The bright, familiar sprites are gone. Childhood, visually and symbolically, is stripped away. It is one of the most disturbing transitions in video game history. Giygas is never fully explained, and that's the point. He functions as a metaphor for senseless cruelty, violent animals, abusive authority figures, corrupt systems, cult-like thinking, and inherited trauma. He represents the idea that evil doesn't always have a face, or a reason. He's the reason Ness's father is only ever a voice on the telephone. He's the reason the family dog, King, is too old to play anymore. Time moves forward, and innocence doesn't come with us. And yet, one detail matters deeply. Even in his robotic body, Ness still wears his red baseball cap. That cap has been with him since the beginning, through every town, every battle, every moment of fear. It's a quiet reminder that while childhood ends, its lessons don't disappear. Ness learns that evil is real, overwhelming, and terrifying, but it can be resisted with perseverance, empathy, and the strength gained through experience. EarthBound doesn't tell you adulthood will be easy. It tells you that you've already been preparing for it. And that's why this strange, funny, unsettling RPG still resonates decades later.